Hey guys and gals, did you know the single most powerful wealth building asset on the planet is real estate? I believe this wholeheartedly, and I also believe that the number one reason that people avoid becoming homeowners is fear. And I get it. We live our whole lives to try to avoid debt, and now here we go accruing it. And it could be fear from misinformation, misguidance, trying to time the market. But today I got 5 homebuyer mistakes that we need to do everything we can to avoid. Okay, if you stick around to the end of this video, I promise you we will alleviate some of that fear. Hey, my name's Colin Harris. I'm with Harrison Homes. I'm a licensed realtor in Georgia and South Carolina. Like my main man, Biggie Smalls. If you don't know, now you know. So the biggest thing about fear that we were talking about earlier is just it's misinformation. It's just that you don't know. There's so much stuff out there. How could you know? So today I want to just teach you. No sales pitch. No, it's not going to be sales. It's just a genuine conversation between you and me. Let's jump into it. Okay. Can't get to point number 5 without getting to point number 1. My first one is we do not want to use our our gross income to budget with. Monthly gross income. We do not want to use that's not a viable option. A pre-qualification letter in itself, every YouTube video in America says, hey, get a pre-qualification letter first. That's right, you need to get one. But it is not the only means to tell you how much of a home that you can afford. A lender is going to give you a pre-qualification letter based off the very top of your budget, and it's based off your gross monthly income and your debt to income ratio, and then your debts are subtracted from it. Guys, that is gross income. Gross. That's before taxes, before insurance, it's before child support for all of y'all with baby mama drama or baby daddy drama, to be politically correct. But if, let's just say as a family, as a couple, you and your spouse, y'all bring home $6,000 a month for easy math. For a conventional loan, they're going to multiply that by 50%. FHA loan, multiply by 56%, but let's go with conventional. So you got your $6,000, you're going to multiply that by 50%, which gives you $3,000, and let's just say that your debt is a $400 car payment. So we got $6,000 times 50%, so that's $3,000. And then you subtract your $4,000 car payment, and then boom, you come up with $2,600. So now you get a pre-qualification letter from the bank for $2,600. Woo! Go buy me a house off MTV Cribs, right? Wrong. Because if you did that, that's what we call being house broke, where you have taken your gross income before all your expenses and you spend it. We never want to spend 50% of our income that we need to live off of. We never want to do that because you just never know what's going to come up. We all know owning a house, things come up. We all know this. We have home expenses, we have medical expenses, we can have family expenses. Nobody knows your situation better than you do. Only you know that. So do not, and I've seen this 100 times, do not rely on your second cousin, twice removed Uncle Rico, even though he can throw a football quarter mile. Do not rely on him to guide you through one of the most important financial decisions that you're gonna make. Hire a professional and ask the hard questions. Now my second point is, I can't stress it enough, you need to have an emergency fund. We need to have it for our other expenses. Real estate is the most powerful wealth building asset that there is, ride or die. But that doesn't mean that I wanna spend every single last penny that I have to get that just to find out that there are other expenses in life. A home will always need maintenance. That's just one of those things that we come to learn as we become homeowners. They just always will. It could be the day after closing, or it could be 10 years from then when your HVAC goes out, but it will go out. And it will be the dead of summer or the dead of winter when it happens. Ours just went out last year. Wake up in the middle of the night to a hot house, hot wife, hot baby, hot puppy dog. They're all shooing me out the door, see if I could jerry-rig this thing to get it going. Did I mention how hot it is in South Carolina? And it doesn't have to be a home expense. It could be a medical expense. It could be a car expense. It doesn't even have to be something that's gonna happen. Maybe you just wanna remodel your bathroom. But the point is, now you got 3, 6, 9 months, whatever you decided to save, of net income sitting in a separate pot for when you do want to spend it going down the road. Because you will have to spend some kind of money. If you spend everything you have to purchase the home, when these things come up, it would just put stress on your life, stress on your marriage, stress on anything. Say, don't worry, baby, I planned ahead, rainy day funds. Boop, put it in there. Replace it, remember to do that, but you have it. Makes life so much simpler. So my third tip is that we do not want to go into the transaction without a timeline in place. We do not want to find a home on day one, write a contract on day two, win it, without a timeline, without a proper plan in place, because that will lead to a rocky transaction. So rent's on the rise. It's on the rise nationally. It's also on the rise here locally. I've had several people here recently that have been lifelong renters, drank the Kool-Aid, and now they decide, hey, I want to be a homeowner. Congratulations. One of the best moves you're ever going to make. But it doesn't take 2 weeks. Several people, they'll come up to me and they'll wait all the way until the very end of their contract, and they'll say, hey, my lease is up. Do you think you can get me a house in 2 weeks? No, because once you have done all the searching, then you go under contract. It takes 30 to 45 days for you to close on that house. So the process is kind of like this. You do all your budgeting, and then 1 to 2 weeks for your pre-approval process, and then 0 to 2 months of looking for a home and winning one, and then 30 to 45 days of being under contract or escrow period, and then you close. Finally you close. Hallelujah, you're a homeowner. Now these are perfect numbers and nothing's ever perfect. Maybe you have credit issues and you got to go through a 6 months credit repair program, but the point is, knowing all this stuff is only going to help you and your realtor have a better footing to be able to negotiate for you and to help you have a more favorable outcome and a better closing. So my fourth tip is know what you want. Okay, I don't want you to go into the transaction with not actually knowing what you want, because it wastes so much time. Sit down at a dinner table or at the park or wherever you want to do it, with all the decision makers in the home buying process, plus your realtor. Okay, go over exactly what you want. If you want to live in the country, don't go look in the neighborhoods. If you want to live in the neighborhoods, don't go look in the country. And also, don't be so picky that you miss an awesome home with great bones just because you don't like the paint color or the flooring, because all that can easily be changed. But the point of all this is sit down, with all the decision makers in your realtor, be 100% honest with yourself, 100% honest with the realtor, and oh my God, the process is just so much easier and so much faster. My last and final tip is do not buy with equity in mind. I can give you my opinion, Cindy Lou can give you hers, Bobby Ray can give you his opinion, but at the end of the day, nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows what's going to happen. So we buy without the end in mind. We buy because we want to be in that home for 3 to 6 years, or maybe for life. Nobody cares about what's going on right now because, well, unless you're a flipper, then you care about 6 to 12 years, but that's a whole nother video. Right now, we just care about the future, way down the road. 3 to 6 years down the road, nobody knows what's gonna happen. The point is, we're not really in that 2010 market anymore where you could buy a home, paint the door, wait 3 years, and make $50,000. That may happen. It may happen, but we don't know that. If you find your dream home, you buy that dream home because you love it and you want to be there for 3 to 6 plus years and everything's great. But we cannot time the market. It is time in the market. Time in the market almost never works, because back in 2010 you could time the market, but we were in such a recovery market. In 2020, 2021, 2022, we're not in a recovery market anymore. We're in a supply shortage market, and it's just a different thing. So if you want to buy a home, just don't buy with equity in mind. Buy because you love it and let appreciation do its thing over time, because remember, this is long-term wealth. We're building long-term wealth. It's not short-term. So these are my 5 tips, the 5 things that I see every day as a realtor. As a realtor, I wear many hats. I'm a realtor, I'm a confidant, I'm an advisor, I'm a therapist, but most importantly, it's a teacher. And with these 5 tips, you're now better prepared to go out there and buy your house without the fear, without the analysis paralysis. I want you to go out there and buy more homes, more and more, because like I said, it is the most powerful wealth building asset that there is. And now you have the knowledge to go out there and get your first one. Hey guys, if you have any tips for potential home buyers, please leave them in the comments below so we can all learn together and grow together. Thanks for your time. Take care.